first, I just want to give a huge thanks. If you're watching this, just start clapping for Jonathan Palmer, who's been running this behind the scenes, Simona, Austin, everyone who's put this all together. It's been a really great conference, actually. I've been really enjoyed it. So, we're all here going, woo, yeah. Really quickly, I also just want to acknowledge this is very strange to be closing this thing out right while the Chauvin trial is finishing, and we're any minute going to get that verdict. So I just want to acknowledge that is happening on Twitter and in the world, and it's a very important thing. And to be here about to share this very silly song with you feels a little strange. So I just want to acknowledge that to make the strangeness maybe a little bit less. But anyway, so my song for today is song a day number 4,493. If you don't know me, I've been writing a song a day since January 1st of 2009. And I recently sold the first 365 of them on OpenSea. And that's a project that I'd been working on since 2017. And to some of the points that they were talking about in the last thing, I wasn't able to do that until the marketplace, the OpenSea, was sort of mature enough for me able to use it, because I can't code or anything. It was hard to find Solidity devs. It was hard to put it together myself. So anyway, that's a whole other thing. So for today's song, Simona asked me to make a song about NFT history, which was fortuitous because I actually was already sort of planning on doing it. And the first thought I had was to make like a "We Didn't Start the Fire" style song, like going through actual, from the very beginning. But it's a little too early for that, and it's difficult because the real thing is there's a lot of it's a very contentious question about like NFT history, even though it's all here on chain. If you ask people what the first NFT is, if you ask like 10 people, you might get 10 different answers. And so I especially took some inspiration from Joe Looney, who is dearly missed today, who created the Rare Pepe wallet, and how angry he's been on Twitter. I mean, Joe Looney's, his part of his thing is being sort of angry, and that's why we love him. And on Twitter, though, he's been so upset that Christie's, when they announced Larva Labs' big upcoming auction for the CryptoPunks, like Christie's just basically wrote off everything that happened pre-punks in their description of Larva Labs. They're like, Larva Labs are the first ever. No one thought of this before Matt and John decided to do this. And Joe's just sitting there seething, right? So that's the impetus for this song. It's called "Who's the God of the Nifty Church?" (parentheses) NFT history in song. Thank you all so much for coming, and let's roll the tape. Here's how we're gonna go out.
Who's the first? Who's the first? Who's the God of the nifty church? Who said now let there be digital scarcity? Was it punks because they're now by far the most valuable? Some cost more than a large house. Celebrities buy them to flex their wealth. Who's the first? Who's the first? Who's the God of the nifty church? Who said now let there be digital scarcity? Was it this little green frog? All the versions made by lots of folks on colored token blocks, sold, traded, also bought. Who's the first? Who's the first? Who's the God of the nifty church? Who said now let there be digital scarcity? Was it these hexagons floating in space the great beyond, right when Ethereum was turned on? Was this the nifty dawn? Who's the first? Who's the God of the nifty church? Who said now let there be digital scarcity? Was it ASCII, Bernanke, color coins, cryptographics, Kevin McCoy, Anil Dash when they launched Monograph? Maybe you have got to go all the way back to Nakamoto, or this post from '93, which in great detail describes NFTs. Who's the first? Who's the first? Who's the God of the nifty church? Who said now let there be digital scarcity? Who's the first? Who's the first? Who's the God of the nifty church? Who said now let Who was it?